Mike Fitzsimmons and Steve Reynolds are at the start-finish line. The boat's out on the course at the moment. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, they're out on the race course, and we're inside the 5-minute gun for Heat 2A of this 1989 Seafair Rainier Cup. Jerry Hopp has the Jackpot Food Mart on the race course now, and Jerry dates back to 1981. Is hoping to get some points. He didn't score any the first time out in his boat, but he's done a good job so far getting things changed around. Jack Berry, the boatman, is in the U-99.9, the Miss Rock, and he's just having a good time today. No matter what happens, he and his group are having a good time. Larry Lauterbach in a must-win situation. The monkey on his back, the Winston Eagle, he must win with it this time. And as Scott directly pointed out, even if he does win, that doesn't necessarily get him into the final heat. He'll have to see how the luck goes. Steve David, he's been in a collision already, a rear ender. He's getting a chance to run again. His boat has already got points, and he looks pretty strong as well. Jack SCHAFER, first appearance for Jack on the course. His boat was on the beach at the beginning of the race today. And Mike Hanson, he's got 400 points, and you look at him, and he's going to be sticking it to Larry Lauterbach and trying somehow or other to make Larry break. Mike Hanson is working on him very strongly, I'm sure. In this heat, that's the plan.
Looks like Larry Lauterbach, Mike, is being very smart. He went to the back of the pack. He knows he has more power, and with now, I have 30 seconds exactly. He's in that third corner and really moving up on the field.
Yeah, he's going to come from a wide position. He's going to come strong, keep RPMs very, very high throughout this. He does not want to get down on power and get into that heat situation again that he had before. And, of course, at the same time, you don't want to overlook the fact that Mike Hanson, well, now Mike is going to be kept very, very wide by Larry this time. Here they come now. Inside, it's going to be the Pietros. Lane 2, Jackpot. Lane 3, Northwest. The Winston in the fourth lane on the outside. Here comes the full-set Miss Mazda as they come across the line. We have a perfectly legal start. That's the Mazda on the outside moving up, and that's the Winston coming on very, very hard as they come down into the lower corner. The Winston will have the advantage. But Mike Hanson still shows he's got plenty of speed coming through the corner. He looks very, very good as they come off that turn. Everybody this time got through plenty clean. All right, Larry Lauterbach off the exit pin is your leader. He's coming down the back chute now, getting good acceleration. Steve Reynolds, I think he's going to have to run hard, though, because Mike Hanson's working on him.
He is running hard, but Mike Hanson's staying right in there. Very impressed.
Now, Mike will not break his boat to make Larry break, but he definitely will stay right in Larry's rearview mirrors and be all over him.
Jerry Hopp, Jackpot Food Mart, dead in the water in the first corner.
All right, we did lose one then. That's Jerry Hopp. Too bad for Jerry. That's the second time today. Out of the corner, Larry Lauterbach has things going his way. We'll catch the speed here as they come through the corner. Lots of water flying in that north turn. First lap, 124.7 miles an hour for Larry Lauterbach, and keeping the pressure on in second place at 111.05. That's the full-set Miss Mazda. And I think you've seen pretty much all of the heavy foot racing, Steve, that you're going to see in this one. I think Mike is going to lay back a little bit now.
I think you're right. Mike's going to take a more conservative approach to racing here. Let Larry go off and take first place. He can run that long.
And Larry is going to try to back down the speed literally as low as it possibly can be for him to be able to win this heat. And it doesn't look like he's going to have to run real strong in order to do that. We have Jackpot still running now, coming off the course, actually very wide off the north turn, as Larry Lauterbach comes around the corner in the Winston Eagle, and we'll try to take second place overall. Now we've lost the Northwest. That's the Northwest going down. That's Jack SCHAFER. He's dead in the water also. Meanwhile, there's Larry Lauterbach headed into the lower corner now. At the end of lap number 2, he backed his speed down about 3 miles an hour to 121.7 in second place. You're looking at the Jackpot Food Mart now. She is down almost a half lap and barely able to get enough power to stay in this one.
Miss Northwest construction down on the north turn, or south turn as well, on the Miss Rock. Jack Berry doing about 6 miles an hour.
So we've got some attrition in this one all over the race course. There's your leader, though. He's doing fine. He knows what it's like to be a drifter, though. He was the drifter in his first draw today and must finish out front in order to be even considered for a final heat berth. There's the Winston Eagle, Day-Glow red, bright red, brighter than the helmet. This is the brightest red you've ever seen.
Jerry Hopp the Jackpot Food Mart gentleman is pulled back into the pits.
The yellow flag is displayed, of course, indicating hazards on the race course. Yes, Jerry has given up the ghost and has gone back to the pit area with obvious mechanical difficulties. He'll get ready for a consolation if there is one. All right, Winston Eagle now comes down to finish lap number 3 at 114. Continues Steve Reynolds to back the speeds down carefully.
There's movement, Larry Spartan.
There's your whole set Miss Mazda, and a good look at the awful roller activity as well. Look at the pounding that the Winston takes in the lower corner.
Man.
Just a lot of rough water. That aerial view, you can see them. They're just like moguls on the ski slope. They're all over the place, and they pound the race boat about. Out of the corner now and accelerating up the back chute, the Winston Eagle. There's that surface shot now.
Is that Jack Berry right out in front of you guys? It's now gone dead.
Jack Berry actually is down a little bit further down the course from us, actually toward the north side, but he is dead in the water now on the front straightaway. So we have the Winston Eagle now in lap number 4. It's become a bit of a parade, but Larry will take it any way he can get it this time because he needed the 400 points badly. Okay, one more lap to go for Larry Lauterbach in the Winston Eagle after he finishes this one, and he will cross the line right at this very second. His speed 113.3. He's holding things down a little bit deliberately. He doesn't have to drive very hard now to stay ahead of the second place boat, which is a full straightaway behind. That's this one. The whole set Miss Mazda. Mike Hanson pushed a little bit at the start and then just decided that's enough. That's enough.
Want it? Go ahead and take it. Enough is enough.
But once again, at this race, as we noted also at the Columbia Cup last week, this full set Miss Mazda rides so nice in this tough chop.
But you can't run too slow or the boat takes a real beating.
Seems to get over it pretty nicely nevertheless, though, as she goes through that lower corner. About a half a straightaway length behind, or full straightaway length behind now, is the whole set Miss Mazda. Meanwhile, coming into the north turn for the last time around, the Winston Eagle, who will come down and win Heat 2A of this Seafair Rainier Cup.
Beautiful ride.
Yeah, he's getting above it. A few holes still there. Whoop, that was a bad one. The Winston Eagle finally did what she had to do. 400 points for Larry Lauterbach. 112.535 for the final lap. Kept the speeds right down. Kept the speeds just fast enough to beat the whole set Miss Mazda, but at the same time to avoid being beaten by the water. And here's the Mazda coming out of the corner now. Down the front chute about 500 feet away from the line. Nice showing. These Mazda boys are in this game for sure. 109.505 for the whole set Miss Mazda at the end of her 5th lap. And Mike Hanson, just like he was last week in the Tri-Cities, is one of the strong runners in this league.
And you look at that boat running this rough water, and it handles it as well as anyone has. Very, very nice.
No doubt about it. That boat is looking good. Your winner from a distance and in the air from Chopper 7, Larry Lauterbach, and the Winston Eagle.
Thank you, Wayne. Larry Lauterbach taking his vest off now, trying to cool himself down a little bit. Nice run out there. You had to go out and win to even give yourself an opportunity to get into the final heat, and that's exactly what you did.
That's what the Winston Eagle has to get 400 points to have any shot at all at the final heat for the Rainier Cup here. Excuse me, a little dry throat. But the boat performed flawless. You know, the guys. We had a motor problem in heat 1B and burning a hot end on the motor, and that's 2 in a row. The final heat at Tri-Cities and the first heat here today. Maybe we solved the problem. The boat's running pretty good now. It's kind of rough out there. I took it easy on the Winston Eagle, but we made our 400 points, and then it's up to the other guys to let us in the final.
Did Jim tell you to stay back off of it a little bit just on the off chance, not knowing exactly how this engine was going to perform?
Well, you know, we can't stay off too easy. We might fall. It might come down to a time deal. We might have 2 boats at 400 points, and it'll go on best time boat, go to the final heat. So I hog-dogged it a couple of laps, and it got a pretty bad shot over here one about the 2nd lap and the 3rd lap, and backed off then, set the Eagle back down and let her go. But the Eagle likes to go fast. It doesn't like to go slow. The faster you go, you get on top of the water, and it seems to be a softer ride for me and the boat. So we didn't back it down, but about 4th throttle. We ran about 3/4 throttle most of the day.
Well, when you get into final, make for some good racing with some more of the turbines in there. Larry, thank you.
I think so. Thanks a lot.